I think I'll start this job without coffee!
Faces hair, some beds with this here universal power tool. Yeah!
And now we're just gonna add a little bit of coffee. There we go.
I need more!
It's gonna be a standard or metric? Standard or metric? I don't know!
I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
Have you lost your mind?
Hi, bitch.
Oh, yeah!
Say hello to my little friend! What you're looking at is state-of-the-art cutting technology!
Look at that greatness! Yeah! eBay!
If you need a lift, there's one right behind me.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, thanks for choosing chaos. So what I'm working on today is I'm working on this door panel behind me. My window on the passenger side, this is the driver's side, passenger side will not go up, so I'm trying to figure out what has happened. I'm going to show you how to take off that panel for those of you who are trying to figure out how do you take off the panel. I'll show you. We'll do that. A loose handle, I'll show you that too. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, my truck is 34 years old. Oh my gosh, 34 years old. Why my door floppy? Door's floppy. Alright, I'm gonna show you what's up with that. Now don't be getting mad at your truck now because she's old. Comparing to people years, that's an old lady. She needs a makeover. Give her some. Let's say we got a floppy handle here. Oh no! Why is it so floppy? These Fords are known for these handles to break right off. And, well, this style, this is the generation before those that they made out of pot metal, but it's an 11 millimeter that holds it up in there. And all you got to do is to stick your tool into the unknowing. Yep, just like that. And righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's all you got to do to tighten this handle up. And she'll get snug and nice and stiff like that. Cha-ching! Alright, let's say you got a deeper issue. And you need to pop this panel off. Well, I'll show you just what it takes to go deeper. Okay, we are working with 2 Phillips. There are 2 Phillips screws to get this panel off. That is it. Phillips. Say hi, Phillip. Phillip number 1, Phillip number 2. Mine broke, and he is right here. Darn the luck. Stupid old Ford. Now, you can either take off this back off to get this panel off, but you don't have to. But what you could do, let's assume you just want to be lazy and leave it on for now. Assume it's tight, because I'm just doing this to show you how to take all this stuff off first. Is all you do is you just pull the bottom. Yank, like that. You just go around, you pull it like that. Alright, see how it's floppy like that? So now, what you got to do is you just got to lift up. Oh, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ah, there it went. I did it one-handed. Now, come here, you old turd. I'm going to take the door, I'm going to spin it like that. There we go. I'm trying to do it with one hand to prove that you can. Well, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and pop this off, but it will just pop off right. Yeah. Oh, did it anyways. Ah! Okay, so we are at the meat and potatoes of this. You'll see these plastic rivets. Wow, I didn't realize they used plastic rivets on stuff like this back in the 80s, especially on trucks and stuff. Surprise! One right there at the bottom, it's missing. Broken one down there. No wonder it was flopping all over the place. And so the way how you keep your door from flopping is you have to pretty much replace these. It'll be like a Ford panel kit or something, but you just push these out like that. See how I did that with one hand? Looks like that guy. Okay, so never mind that clicking. Those are my glow plugs. I got my accessories on. I'm going to show you the symptom that I have that's making me tear into this for my window not going up. Mine is power, right? So obviously yours must be power too. So here we go. It's not going down. Not really going up either. So I got to figure out what in the world's going on over there. At least the motor works. That's good. Now let's take off the power stuff with all the wires in case you want to move the door panel off the truck for whatever reason, like you're working on the window actuator. There are 3 screws. Say hi, Phillip.
1, 2, and the third one I took out. You just take these out like this. Blink, blink, blink. Well, it's a super fast gun, man. Alright, so this next part, you just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Like that. Popped right off. Don't come over here and don't start yanking on stuff because it looks like that. Okay? And if you do, I'll show you how to do it. Like that. Alright, looks like that. Take a good look in case you effed up like I did the first time. Basically, push it back in there like that. Get a good look. You see it, and then you just shove it in. Now, it's hard to do with one hand, but you shove it back in when you're ready to put it back in like that. And I will have to glue mine. I did not understand how to take it apart. I've never done that. But I will be gluing that back on where it's supposed to be glued at. Yeah, so don't go pulling this bottom piece off, because there's nothing under there except a wall. Ask me how I know. See that wire right there? That's for the door actuator. See that? Yep, kind of looks like that guy. Pull up that clip there, I bet you. If I need to look at it, which I don't, and then you just pull. It should pop right on out. Your howdy doody actuator. If you have any issues with that, take a look at it. I know what it said. If your door actuator is actually sticking, not coming up all the way, it takes you a couple tries, you can always use graphite. Just spray some graphite in there, they make it spray in bottles right, or you can spray some grease. Careful what you spray. You can never go wrong with WD-40. Fixes all. Electrical friendly and greases. Okay, here's a little status update. So I just undid the 4 bolts that were up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems 11 millimeters seem to be just fine. So now this is moving around like this, right? Okay, my motor's down there and it's flopping around in the door. Now, also, little tip, if your window seems to be grunting a little bit, your motor anyways, you can always like put some grease up in here, anything. Graphite will even work. Graphite will eventually just kind of blow out, but you can put anything up in here so your window doesn't get stuck. Helps it out. See what I mean? Oh, there it went there, George. Ooh. Yeah, so now my window is just kind of free falling.
Hi, window.
Don't forget this little guy. All you got to do is you just got to pull up on this little guy right there, and then this pops off. I'm actually going to remove this bracket so I can get this blasted thing up out of here. Now, to get this guy out of here, you just make that end go down there in the very far corner of the door. And then now I'm just going to finagle it. Come on now, Josephus. I need to see you. Yep, just keep on pulling just like that. It was definitely rubbing, but it finally popped out. No, I think I just found like 5% of my truck's weight. This thing must weigh like 10 pounds. Alright, so now let's see what is going on here. Oh, wrong button. Well, I'm no smart person, but if I was to take a guess, I would say something's up with the gears.
Oh no, dear, what you said?
That is a busted gearbox. Aww. I done used it 11/16 on my impact to take these here bolts out of them 3 holes. Now, together, we're gonna look inside. Ew. Right there's a Phillips. I wonder what's under this here lid. Complete carnage? Let's find out. This lid did take some prying to get off, but I just used my channel locks and it popped off. Then the gear went flying. It was awesome. This doesn't seem quite right. Ooh. Ooh. So we see that there's a worm gear. That's a worm gear, and as the little motor spins, it spins this wheel, like that. Well, here we have it. Those are nylon pieces, plastic pieces, whatever you want to call it. This component is designed to fail, and that it has. My motor still works like a champ. But, well, unfortunately, due to the resistance of the armature, plus the old age of the vehicle has caused a weak point designed by the manufacturer themselves. I've got an idea. Why don't I just weld something on here to complete their triangle? I've got nylon chunkies up in here. I'm gonna have to pull this thing out and clean this up. I bet you I can fix this and I don't have to buy a new one. Now, to get this thing up out of here, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull it right there. It's hard to do, hold the phone. But you see how it's popping out? Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, I was only able to shove the 3 of the 6 under there. And there's absolutely no play. And, for some reason they've got it to where it's play, so hopefully the recoil of the gear with no play doesn't like crack my window or something. We'll find out. Part number 68-3157 is the replacement for this, so you don't have to jam little nuts in there. But that costs $15, and I don't want to pay $15. It's my $15. And I have to wait. I don't want to wait. I'd totally just rather use my nuts instead. Worked out fine. And now, I'm just gonna put bloody nut grease. Put all that bubbling in there like that. Oh yeah. Work that little shaft like that. Come on there. Oh snap. Oh, shnikes all over that. What's this thing is too much. No such thing. Look at all that. Give me some more. Give me some more. That number that I provided you for the part also has a new one of these as well. But ain't nobody got time for that. Size of the nuts, by the way, 7/16. Been grinding a little bit too on my actuator support bracket, so I think I'm gonna grind some off of that so it should stop rubbing there.
That's what we call custom here, sir.
Much better. Look at that. All nice and purple. Right there. Got it all greased up. Beautiful. Should be like a slip and slide now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some of this stuff right up in here, this track. That'll help out with lube. So we'll get bound up. Just rub it in.
Them nuts worked!
Please like and subscribe. I spend a great deal of my time holding my phone, getting my phone greasy, so I can record this awesomeness and this custom fabrication coming from my very own shop. If you do not like and subscribe, I will happily delete every last video so that way you may be in a world of shit. Have a nice day.